Hello, everyone. Very good morning. My name is Vaibhav. And thank you so much for sparing your valuable time from your busy schedule. Thanks a lot for joining me in this hands-on workshop today. The time is short. We will try to wrap it up before 11:30 maximum. My name is Vaibhav. I am the founder of Ambilio Technologies. Will introduce more about myself later. Today, we are connecting to discuss about the Agentic AI, how we can use that in building the SaaS applications. SaaS or software as a service. It's not a new term, and Agentic AI is also not a new term. So it's like more than 2 years. It's trending. It's a buzzword, but because of a lot of the developments in the recent time, there are every week we are seeing new tools, frameworks, and the things are coming up, so making the field very interesting. So how we can leverage the agentic AI, to build the SaaS application, and why I have targeted the SaaS in this workshop, that also I'll tell you that why we are focusing on the SaaS applications as of now. So agentic AI, lot of tools, lot of frameworks, features are available. And SaaS, what is the benefit of building a SaaS application, and how we can integrate both the potentials together, potential of agentic AI and the SaaS applications, and how to leverage that. So in this 1 hour 15 minutes, mostly that what the demo and everything will be covered in. So we will be talking about the field, the ecosystem, the tools, the options that we have. Then around 40 minutes we'll spend on building this as application. A couple of demos we will see. That full-fledged agentic AI applications, full-fledged agentic AI powered SaaS applications, how we can build, and then we'll do some question answering based on that. About me, so as I introduced, I am a founder of Emilio Technologies. I have close to 16 years of experience in the field of artificial intelligence. I did my PhD in the year 2019, and not very recently, but during my PhD and after a few years after that, I published some research papers. So I have published 20 plus research papers in the international journals as well. But in the last many years, couple of years, over a decade of time, I have been more involved into the entrepreneurial kind of journey. And I am fortunate to have built multiple ecosystems from 0 to 1 and scaled it to from 1 to 100. So Share Investor was my first venture that I started in 2008. And after that, I joined Adasi and helped Machine Hack team as well. The Adasi I started from scratch, and then these are all Atlassian Machine Hack. So everything I built from the scratch, and we scaled it globally. Ambilio and Incubate are my current ventures that what we have started already. Yeah, so that's about me. And in today's workshop, we are going to see that how to build the SaaS applications, software as a service applications. And our focus would be, because most of our participants are from uh, maybe they are from the coding background, but because there are so many no coding tools available these days that makes the work more easier and faster. So our focus today would be mostly on no code approaches, no code frameworks, how to use no code frameworks to build these agentic AI powered SaaS applications. So what the value we are going to see here is the automation plus AI, that automation from the agentic AI systems, or automations or different workflow automations that we will see, that how we can build different workflows and we can automate different tasks and integrate the power of AI, the different LLMs, the agents that we will integrate together to create a business value. That how in different business functions, such kind of applications can be leveraged, can be utilized. So at the end of the workshop, you will see that how to create the workflows powered by agentic AI systems and complete a completely develop a full-fledged SaaS model. So today, next, we will be talking about agentic AI, the capabilities, the possibilities about that. And then we'll have a quick look at the two tools for building agentic systems. What are the different tools that are trending these days? That not more time we'll spend on these discussions. Then some ideas, the potential, how to leverage that, different business functions, that also we'll talk about. And some, not five, I will show you 1,000. I will show you a repository of 1,000 of such kind of possibilities where agentic workflows are there. But a few we will discuss in detail, but we'll not spend more time on the ideas. And then the majority of our time will go into the demonstrations, the live demo from scratch. we'll try to build one workflow, and based on that, we'll try to build one full-fledged, complete SaaS application with user management, payment integration. Also, we'll try to see in a limited amount of time itself. And at the end, we will open up for we will have this forum open for the question answers, and then we'll close. So please bear with me till maximum by 11:30. We'll wrap up everything. Yeah. So will not take more than 1 to 2 minutes to introduce about my ventures, the Ambilio. Ambilio was started in the year 2019, and that was formally incorporated as a private limited company in 2022. We are primarily into AI analytics consulting, product development, and our core product from Ambilio is the research as a service. We help small and medium enterprises with how we can support them in the research and development, where not much capabilities are there. So we bring the experts from the industry. We help them as the experts, subject matter experts there, and we do not claim any IP or something. So we just support into their research and development from ideation to research paper, patent, and everything. Yeah, and the Incubity is the talent and learning and development arm of Ambilio. That's one of the verticals. It offers the learning and development programs for individuals and the corporates. Agentic AI Simulation Sandbox is one of our hero products. If I get a time, I'll take you in the end. I will take you to that platform as well to show different workflows, how a no-coder can also understand how Agentic AI can be utilized in different business functions. Yeah. So let's jump onto the Agentic AI now. So that's our main point of discussion. We'll try to wrap this up in 15 minutes maximum, and then we'll jump onto the coding center, demonstration center, not the coding. Yeah. So Agentic AI, it's not a new term. It's I guess it's in a trend for more than 2 years now, older than 2 years, right? So when this ChatGPT came to the picture, that time people started talking about the Agentic AI, the disruptions and everything. Okay, so agentic is not a very new term. So earlier there were automations, right? Automations. So predictive AI, different kind of AI that we have already came from. The machine learning concept, the deep learning concept, the computer vision and NLP, where deep learning and AI is used. So that was mostly on the predictive AI. The recommender systems were there. Now, when the automation was added to that, the power of automation was added to that, so it became the agentic AI. So not only the prediction based on like learning from the data and making the predictions based on the data, or making the recommendations by learning from the data. It's not like that only. So here some bit of automation is also added. So search for the information over the internet, over the knowledge bases that we have, then do the reasoning, do the decision making, take the feedback, based on the feedback improve your whatever the result you are generating. So entire these things are embedded into the AI, and then it's called agentic AI. So agent like that's automating the certain tasks. So power of AI with certain automation that we will talk about in more detail in the coming discussions. So the main flow is the perception, reasoning, action, and feedback loop. Perception means whatever we are perceiving from the environment. Whether it's a web data, whether it's a user instructions, or whether it's a command, or whether it's any webhook or any automated trigger. So whatever the perception is there, based on that, whatever the perception means, whatever the input we are perceiving, right? The system, whatever the input the system is receiving, it's performing certain reasoning into that. Now all the systems, all the agentic AI systems have the reasoning capabilities now, whether it's a ChatGPT or whatever. Then after the reasoning, the action, what is supposed to be done, has to look for more data or generate the recommendations or text based on my available information. Then whatever the action has to be performed, right? Whether it's a data generation or any further trigger has to be done, that action has to be performed. And whatever the feedback we are providing to the system, it's updating its knowledge base, its action is getting improved, the reasoning is getting improved in the real time based on the feedback loop. So feedback can be different kind of feedback, environment feedback, user feedback, human in the loop feedback. So different kind of feedback can be there, right? So ChatGPT is a perfect example of agentic system these days. ChatGPT, when it was launched, it was just a kind of chat based application. wrapped over the GPT, this LLM. Chat GPT is not the LLM. Earlier, many people used to say Chat GPT is the LLM. Chat GPT now is a perfect agentic system now, right? So the Chat GPT, whenever whatever I am telling here, you should simulate that over the Chat GPT. That how does it work? We give the command, we give the instructions, we write the prompt, then it does the reasoning, and if it needs to look over the internet, it searches over the internet, or if you have saved some information in the memory there in the Chat GPT, it will look for that data into the memory, and then it will give you the information, the required information. And if you are not satisfied, if you want to make any changes, it's going to do those changes, and then going to provide you the further update information or whatsoever. So this is how most of the agentic system works. So these all are not the chat support systems only as of now. Most of these are the agentic systems now, because they have all the autonomy. They can look over the internet, they can look over the memory, they can be integrated with the different tools. Like you can integrate it with your drive or any CRM or anywhere you can integrate, and from there you can take the data in the real time. So a lot of automation has been integrated into that. And then other agentic workflows also we will look into the coming discussions. So here are some examples. The customer support, like it's not a new term. Whoever is attending here, everyone has heard a lot about the customer support agent. How do they work? The ticketing system, like if you are writing then ticket, how the tickets are being processed now. So these are not the new concepts as of now, but just an example why I have noted it down here. Yeah. So capabilities, everyone knows that autonomous task execution, how the tasks can be executed autonomously, right? That not all the time the human intervention is needed. You just say the Chat GPT that find over the internet or find over the best possible information and give me about something. So it automatically it will look over the internet, whether you have selected that web feature, enabled that web feature or not enabled the web feature. It will automatically look over the internet. So that's a kind of automation, right? That autonomous system that automatically it's deciding that what information should I look at, or it will look at into your that memory, that information you have saved into the memory. It will look at that. So not all the time you have to tell that look at the memory, look over the internet. It will automatically decide what to do, right? And if you are providing any sheet, let's say worksheet, and you are telling that analyze this worksheet and give me this particular insight from that, it will automatically. So how it will do? You are not looking into the backend, right? So in the backend, it's writing the codes for that. Maybe in today's one of the demonstrations, I will show you that how the agent is writing the codes also automatically, and based on the codes. For example, if somebody has done Python coding using the data frames and all. So if you are uploading a worksheet is a tabular format, right? So table that will convert into a data frame, and from data frame, how the Python pandas library was used to do different kind of analysis and all, it will also do in the backend. And based on the whatever the insight it has found, it will give you the results. So it is automatically doing those coding, the result generation, and then giving the result in front of you. So this is an autonomous system that not all the time you have to tell that what to do. It will automatically do that based on your instructions. Multi-agent collaboration. Why multi-agent collaboration is needed? So agents do the reasoning, and if the level of complexity, the level of depth of processing is increasing, the agents will not perform well. So what we will do, if different levels of processing has to happen, then what we can do, we can just divide the task into the multiple agents. So one master agent can be there, or 2-3 agents will be working in the in a kind of sequence. For example, let's say voice based system if you want to develop, right? So one agent will take your from the API, it will take your like whatever the speech you are passing, voice you are passing, it's converted into the text. So one agent is processing your text, generating the right results for that, and another is generating the voice for that, and there also if some processing is happening. Or one agent is doing the analysis, like if the data you have provided, one agent is doing the analysis, generating the insights, and second agent is creating the report, like executive insights kind of thing, that for the executive snapshot, generate the report out of it. If single agent, if you want to work on all the things, the complexity will increase, and there will not be much control on the optimization. If you want to make some optimization and changes, so one agent only you have to optimize for all the tasks. So better to divide the task into the multiple agent, and whenever any optimization, any configuration or diagnosis or troubleshooting is needed, you can do into one particular agent at a time. So that's why the multi-agent systems are helpful there. One agent can also do multiple tasks, but that will become complex in terms of optimization, troubleshooting, or configurations. That's why we divide the task into the multiple agents. And then orchestration, one main agent can be there that can pass instructions to all. One agent has complete, let's say somebody is looking for any product on the e-commerce portal, then multiple, one is receiving the order, other is looking into the or whatever the data we have related to the products, other is placing the order. So multiple agents are working there. Contextual decision making, like the context is even, so this all, most of the details we already have the awareness of, right? So disruption, like like multiple tools are coming day by day. OpenAI has also came up with different tool, Codex, OpenAI Agent Builder. So multiple automation tools are coming in. Vibe coding, different vibe coding tools are available in the field. Cursor is there, Windsurf is there, right? So how we can leverage those tools and build these applications. So that's the main thing. And whoever is going to win this time is the person with the intent and logic. It's not necessary that somebody is having a very good coding and technical expertise can only build the application. If somebody has a good intention, good logic, they can also build nice applications. Many doctors have built many nice applications using the vibe coding without having any technical and any coding knowledge, right? So just you have to have the intent and correct logic and the business understanding that you should have. Yeah. So we'll talk about these tools also again in the detail, though multiple tools are coming in. The N10 that has been trending, N10 has a lot of possibilities. And why N10 is trending more, not only because of the workflow. There are many tools that have the options to create the workflows. I will show you the workflows in the demo. N10 has thousands of templates available in the ecosystem, right? So we will show you 6,000 plus templates are available. You need not to build everything from scratch now. If you have a good understanding how to build the workflow, you search for any of the available templates, you get those templates, you do the customizations, like somewhere you'll have to change the API key, like you have to pass the API key, or you have to change the source of the data, some customization you have to do, and you just get the templates, customize that and deploy that, use that for your purpose. So that's why N10 is trending these days. OpenAI is also having a lot of tools and features as of now. Even with ChatGPT also, you can do certain level of vibe coding. Basic static pages you can create, you can test it in live, right? So ChatGPT can also do that. Langflow also will show. Langflow is like N10. The difference between N10 and Langflow is that N10 provides cloud hosted support. Langflow, everything will be local. So you have to deploy it manually. Crew AI is ultimate no coding tool that just with so some very basic drag and drops you can just build the multi-agent systems. Crew, why it's named Crew AI is crew. It's a crew. Crew means crew of agents. That's Crew AI. AutoGen with it's given by this is from Microsoft. So AutoGen is also kind of very basic no coding tool, build multi-agent system or single agent systems. Yeah, so we'll talk about more opportunities. Yeah, so sales, HR, marketing, operations. So we are not going to spend more time on the application, but there are a lot of endless opportunities are there. So what were the different approaches so far? The traditional approaches were like if somebody wants to build from scratch, they do not want to leverage these any of the tool, N10, OpenAI, LangPro, Crew. This is also possible using LangChain, Llama Index. So there are many frameworks. So build from scratch. So building from scratch, what will happen? You will have full control over the code, customization, and everything. But if you are using the tools, you have to be dependent on their nodes, the nodes that you are going to use. Lot customization is possible, but not that much customization as much is possible with the LangChain. Like suppose you have the entire code in your hand, then everything you can customize, everything you can change, look and feel and everything. And the low code platforms, backend engines you can build very well with the low code and no code, but to build the front end and other things, again you'll have to come for the coding and all, right? But here in this demo, I will show you, do not use code anywhere. I will show you using Vibe code how you can build the front end and user management, payment integration, everything, right? And integrate these workflows into the backend. Otherwise, if you have the team of developers, you can have everything built using simple Python and JavaScript, right? So Python will build the backend, JavaScript will build your front end and other integrations. So earlier, how it was code heavy to flow driven, right? So now earlier it was code heavy, like everything we have to write from scratch. And nowadays also using LangChain, Llama Index. So there are tools like Cursor is there, Windsurfer is there. There are many others as well. Amazon also has Code Whisperer, Q is there, right? So using that, you can generate all the piece of code. So I don't think everyone is going to write the code from the scratch these days. You get the codes generated, you do the customization into the codes, make the work faster. So code heavy, earlier it was code heavy, everything was supposed to be written from scratch, right? One page website or 2 page, 3 page website if you want to develop, or a simple application if you want to develop, it will take like 2-3 persons will be working behind that. One front end developer will be there, one back end developer will be there, and there can be one architect, DevOps architect, and so many people would be there, right? And then one application is coming to the ground. Now one person does not have any exposure to coding can build small application in just couple of hours, 1 hour or 2 hour maximum. We'll show you how. So just you have to have the intent. Intent means you know that what to do, and you have the good logic, you have the understanding that what exactly is to be built. So vibe coding is a term given by Andres Karpathy. So vibe coding means a kind of agentic coding. Agent is going to write the codes for you. You are not going to write all the codes from scratch. So you just give the command to the code, agent will write all the code. So if any application is to be developed, if there are 10 pages going to be used in those applications, all the 10-page codes has to be written by, will be written by the agent, whatever the agent is working in the backend. And there will be the testing as well. It will do the testing, functional testing, end-to-end user testing, everything it will do. And then if minor errors or customizations are needed, you can customize with different prompts and instructions. But again, if you are developing a full-fledged enterprise heavy application, again, a few or architect and developers would be needed for sure, because it has to go to the production. There will be server setup needed. There will be multi-tenant architecture needed. There will be different other kind of constraints would be there, right? Upscaling, downscaling, how it will be managed. But again, there are these providers, they are also working on these kind of automations as well. You just pass the instruction, it will do all the setups for you. But that is not much effective as of now. So that's why even if you have one architect, good architect with you, and a few people with the good logic and intention, that any kind of application, enterprise friendly application, you can develop using these tools. Yeah. So will not spend more time on this because it's already 10:25. So yeah, so why we are focusing on the SaaS in this workshop? SaaS, software as a service, means suppose if you have a platform as a service or any architecture or any other application you are building, a lot of effort would be needed to build. After that, to maintain, different clients are coming, different users are coming, a lot of customization, maintenance would be required, right? Software as a service, what's the benefit is, if small or medium softwares, if your application you are trying to develop, you build it once and it will go for the n number of months, any number of time, like years it will continue until you have the right business value, right? If your thought is right, if your logic is right, if whatever you have thought of is having the potential, it will go for the years. And less effort, low maintenance, low technical debt. Technical debt means you had 10, 15 of developers, you build one product, and after that the product is not selling. So less technical debt would be there. Easily you can build such kind of application. You can deploy those application. You can just market it well. And if your idea is solid, it will go. And if everything is properly set up, user management is set up, payment integration is set up, constraints, everything is set up, your cloud server and maintenance, everything is set up properly. No need, not much people will be needed behind it. Hardly 1 to 2 people will be managing it. So that's why I have picked up this SaaS application. That less effort, you can build these applications, and even lesser effort it will take to maintain it, right? Just again repeating that what is important here is the idea. The idea is solid, the intent is solid. And where this SaaS application, like repeat, there are many business flows. Anything that is repeated multiple times, that can be automated using the workflow. So you have to identify how, where much of the effort is needed. Like suppose the marketing, right? The marketing team, some blog writers, story writers, right? So how much time it used to take the write the blogs, the content and other things in the past 5 years back. So one person was writing a blog in a day of time, right? Now one person can write a blog, 5 to 6 blogs in one day easily, right? And they can publish that. And not even that, if you can automate that using the workflow, you just pass the keyword, it will automatically search the data, it will automatically write the blog, it will automatically publish it over your internet. So only one person can publish a number of blogs in a day using these automated systems, right? So you have to identify what are the business workflows that there are a lot of repetition and that can be automated. Yeah, like LinkedIn lead generation, right? The LinkedIn, you have to do manual search, you have to find a lot of people there, then a lot of scraping you have to do. And there are workflows I'll show you that easily it will automate all the process, find out the prospects, collect the details, will create the sheet, send the emails to them. Yeah. So a few ideas, I will share this PPT for you to look over at a later time, and we'll show you more templates, kind of ideas in the form of template that will also be helpful to understand. Like a few ideas, I have noted it down, but we'll share the PPT for you to look over at a later time. So this I will be showing you the agentic lead response system. Somebody is submitting you some request and how we can capture the lead, store that somewhere, then how we can leverage the agent, write the email to them, right? So this small thing, and then how we can wrap it over a SaaS application, user management, payment integration, everything we can do. Then knowledge base, you can build marketing campaign, right? So we'll show you some templates also. So campaign, like you can analyze your competitors, whatever the voice of customers of competitor, not the voice of customer, voice of customer of competitor, that also you can analyze in the real time, that how customers are not satisfied with your customer products, competitors product, and then based on that, what are the possible improvements. Or now if you are trying to promote to your customers, now use those keywords and leverage those shortcomings of the competitor and tell that what are the strengths that we have indirectly, right? So with that way, and post it, this kind of campaigns to the multiple platforms. So there are such kind of workflows available already. Feedback automation is already available, like in the real time, capture the feedback, automatically reply to that. In many of the social media platforms, you might have seen some funny comments there, that agentic systems have been deployed there, and anybody has posted anything, and some funny comment the agent has made there, right? So that were not good earlier. Now the things have improved. Proposal builder, the RFP analyzer, based on the RFP, how we can create the proposal. These all can be automated. Either so, as of now, those where there are not much privacy and data, kind of restrictions. People upload things directly into the chat GPT, and then in chat GPT, you can be using that, you can generate some proposal or any other insights you can find out from there. But this is how it can be automated using the agentic workflows. Chat GPT, it in the privacy or somewhere, they have written that some of the chats they may use for their training purpose, right? So there is an option that you can turn off, but in some of the chats, they have mentioned it particularly that some of the chats, some of your information we can use for the training purpose. So this means any of your information can go. Yeah. So here we are going to look at a demo that we'll build from the scratch. We'll try to do. So what we are trying to do here is, a user is going to submit the requirement from the front end. I have a web page live. So user is going to submit the requirement from the web page or website that I have. Let's say I have an analytics consulting or AI consulting form. If I want to publish a form, that user can come and submit their requirement, right? So user is submitting their requirement. So using the webhook, I'm going to capture the lead, and then there is an agent who is analyzing this requirement. So as soon as this lead is captured, I can push it to my Google Sheet or any other CRM if you have. Then one agent is there, whatever the lead is captured. So agent is analyzing the requirement and generating a step-by-step solution that how you can how this implementation can be done. And then one more agent is there, that whatever the solution is there, that it's converting into a formatted email, by the way. This can be in text, this can be in HTML format, right? And then you can use one email node that is going to send the emails to the user who has submitted the requirement. This is a very basic workflow that can be done very easily, and a lot of customization and more additions can be made here. And after that, I will show you a similar kind of things into the Lang flow and OpenAI agent builder, but not exactly the same. We'll look at the different kind of examples there. But let's take a look at this NA10, how we can do that. Yeah, we'll check if we have any questions. No. Okay, no question. Cool. So what I'm going to do now is, it's a little difficult to do everything in 40 minutes, 50 minutes. So what I have done, I have just noted down prompts, configuration, and everything, that what I am going to use. So what kind of workflow we are going to build here is using the NA10. That, okay, let's open the NA10 first, and then I'll show you how we can do that. So NA10 is a paid tool, frankly speaking, but whenever you will try to learn something, so it gives some 2 weeks trial. So you take the 2 weeks trial, you learn from there, and if there is a real need, you can take the payment, like paid version of it, paid subscription you can take. Else, the same thing you can do in the Langflow and other tools as well. But Langflow does not provide a cloud hosting. NA10 provides a cloud hosting. You can host your workflow in the real, in the production. But the Langflow and all this, you have to deploy it manually into your servers. Yeah. So we'll show you NA10. So NA10, that like 1.5 year back it came, and it has created a lot of buzz. Yeah. That what I was talking about is a lot of templates are there. So either you can use, there are 6,394, close to, means more than 6,000 templates are there. We'll look at the templates later. You can use either of the templates for your requirements. So first, let's take a look at how to build the workflows, and then we'll take a look at the templates, that if we learn how to build the workflows or how the workflows work, then we can use any of the template and we can customize that. Yeah. So that's the benefit of using NA10, that a lot of templates have already been built and it's growing, right? So there are many users who, with the hobby, they want to publish their, so they build the workflow and they make the workflows available. Some of the workflows are free, some of the workflows are paid. So you can just click on get started, and yeah, because I already have the login, so you can just yeah. So once you will click on get started, it will ask you for the registration and login. Just you have to make sure this needs the corporate email ID, the organization email ID. It will not work on the personal email ID. So if I enter my Gmail ID, it will show you the error. So it has to be the organization email ID only. And once you will log in from here, then it will take you to the this dashboard. So I have already started, and 2-3 days back only I had taken it. It gives you 15 days trial. No, sorry, 14 days trial it gives. So yesterday only I just activated it. So once you log in and come to this dashboard, there you will get an option to open the instance. So you open the instance, and a few instances I did some experiments yesterday. So either you so whatever if you already have built something, if you do not have, so once you come to this dashboard, open instance it, there is a button called create workflow. Yeah, create workflow. So here is an option of create workflow. Before that, it will ask you to add certain credentials also. So there are several credentials would be needed. Credentials means what kind of integrations would be needed, right? So if you want to integrate your Google Sheet, so Google Sheet credential would be needed. Whatever the integrations you are going to do, so for that, any API key or any login or OAuth is needed. That has to be integrated beforehand. So you have to add the credentials. We'll show you how and where these credentials are required, right? So for example, okay, so once you sign up, it gives OpenAI API key with 100 credits. 100 credit OpenAI API key it gives. So basic experiments you can do with that, but if more experiments you are doing, then these credits will get over. You have to use your personal. So I have used my personal API key here of the OpenAI. Okay, so I did some experiment with Google Sheet and all Gmail account. So these credentials are already added. So you have to create the workflow. So once you click, this is called Canvas. This is called Canvas. Canvas, there we can build the workflows. To build the workflows, what we are trying to do here is, we are trying to do this one. A user submits the request, a webhook to capture the lead, right? So how the flow will work? First, we have to build a work. So the user will submit the requirement. So where the user will submit the requirement, the user will submit it from front end. So we have to build a front end application, a page we have to build from where the user can submit the requirement. You can create a form also here. Forms are there, but this here it will be difficult to integrate the payments and all. You can use Stripe payment gateway, but that is not as easy because our target is to build a proper SaaS application. So we will be creating a front end separately, and in that front end, we will use this workflow as the back end, right? So the back end will be our workflow, front end, user management, payment integration, everything we will build separately. And there we will integrate this workflow as a back end. So first of all, we have to create this webhook, a webhook that will capture the details from the front end. Whenever user clicks the button, it has to capture the details from there. Yeah, so we'll click on this plus icon, or you can search from here as well. So click on the plus icon, right? Webhook. Webhook is if somebody is submitting a form, so from form you are going to capture the detail. So this is a webhook, right? So once you click, the customization form will open here. There are methods here: get, post. So you want to get, you want to post. So what will be your method to capture from there? So this is what you are going to do. Then yeah, so here you can change your path. Like this is how the URL will look of your webhook. So whenever you will productionize it, you will move it to the production. This is how the URL will look. So you may change it. Yeah, so let's say lead capture, you right? And once you have the lead capture, so you can see the URL is changed. Now, once we have our this webhook configured, so this webhook is working now. So this webhook will work only somebody is submitting a form from somewhere. A form from there, they are passing the details, right? So you just have to create this webhook as of now, and then we have to build the front end. So to build the front end, we are going to build one application using. So I'm going to use a vibe coding tool called Base 44. Base 44 is a vibe coding. You can just write a command here. It will build any application for you. There are many other vibe coding tools. Lovable is there, Vinode by Versal is there, Replit is there. There are many, endless. So Base 44 that I like most. There are so many features here that we can talk separately about that. So either you write directly here, or you click on start building, you do the login and all. So it's paid, by the way. So there are different kind of versions of it. If you go for free, so in free version, there will be 5 messages only you can do, means 5 prompts only you can write in a day. And that domain customization you cannot do, right? So that only the limitation. For testing and trial, this is fine. 5 messages, whenever you are writing any prompt for the application development, just make sure that your prompt is so optimized that it can build easily in 1 to 2 prompts maximum, right? Not much revisions are needed. So 5 messages you will get, or you can create multiple other accounts. You can do the testing from there. That also is possible. that okay. And if your requirement is to do customization, so this is not a promotion of base 44, by the way. This is a good tool that what I'm talking about. So I have taken this builder account because I have done a lot of domain customizations with that. So this is a builder account that I have already taken. You can check it with the free account. Uh, they will give their own URL. So you go with their URL as of now. Later, if you want to productionize that and customize the URL, you can do that. So here we have to write the prompt for that application for this lead capture, right? That lead capture, this system that we want to build. For that, you have to write the prompt. So either you can write the prompt here manually. So usually when I have done in the past, I use ChatGPT to create the prompt. I give ChatGPT the instruction. I want to use base 44 and I want to develop such kind of SaaS, write a prompt for this. So ChatGPT gives me the prompts, right? For example, yesterday I was just doing this. So I can do this, but it will take a little time to get this developed. So what I have done here is I just written this prompt, right? So this was the prompt that I had written. For your understanding, I can just do this again and it will come up. So what it will do, I have already written this prompt here just to save the time, that design a page, right? Design a landing page for this particular requirement. If you want to give this, you can give this. If you do not want, I can share this document also with you. If you want to give this styling instruction, it's fine. If you do not want to give, uh, you leave it, it will automatically give some designs. Otherwise, there are style instructions here as well. You can choose how your application should look like, right? So you can choose different styling instructions. So I have, earlier I used to choose these style instructions, but now I leave it on base 44. It automatically, when your prompt is fine, that build an enterprise grade, nice looking something, so it will build nicely. So style and theme, if you want to give, if you can give the page structure, how the page structure should be, that there will be header text, what it will be written here. So these all prompt you can write. So why I am not going to run exactly as of now is it will take some time to build, and some sort of tweaks we have to do. Like sometime it will come as it is, sometime it will not. Then you'll have to write the prompts again, customize that. So just for your understanding, you just take the prompt, you can make it running, it will run, right? So it will run. Okay, so this will run, this will create our app. So let's just stop it as of now. It's not needed because I think you have the understanding how it will come. So once you will run this prompt, this is some kind of application will come up, right? Once this application is coming, okay, yeah. So it's working. That's why some message notifications. Yeah. So this is how it will build the form. So once the form is ready, because in the prompt we have given form section that the fields would be first name, last name. So whatever the front end and what form, however you want, you just give everything clearly in the prompt. So it will build the form for you, right? Once the form is ready, then you have to once the form is like you see that once the form is ready, then next what you have to say that so this is how it will build a complete page for you. Then you have to say that once a user passes these values, first name, last name, email address, and requirements. So with the prompt again, for this also I have written a prompt that I'll share with you. So when a user clicks on this particular button, so this is a particular, this is a button that we have. You have to say in the prompt that once the user clicks on this button, so send this data to the webhook, right? As a post request. Yeah, sorry. So we have to make this a post. This was a get. So sorry, that there will be a post and here it will get, yes, correct. So send it as a post. So from there, it will post that information for you. So whatever the data is captured into this form from these fields, so it will send to this particular webhook. So whatever the webhook that we have built, right? So it will send it for you. So once it will send, you can capture that. Yeah, so that's why I just wanted that. Okay, so we will show you the earlier workflow that I had built just for your good understanding. Just give me a moment. Yeah. because it will take a little time. So it depends on how agent is working. Yeah, so this was the workflow. Yeah, so this is the webhook that yesterday I did. Okay, sorry, it's a post request. It's sending from there, so it's a post request. The path that you have created, and then let's test this one only. Okay, so once you will. Okay, actually, I have done multiple changes into this for payment and everything. So once you will pass. Here is a user. Just give me a moment. I have to make some you know customization. Role is a paid subscriber, because payment we have to integrate. Yeah, so I am changing this user as a paid subscriber. This one. Yeah, will publish this app. Yeah. So just I have to do the login with that account. With other account, it will ask for the payment. Yeah. So this is my whatever the details I'm going to fill from here. Need and any requirement if you are sending automated invoice processing system. So once you will send it from here, as of now, you can see that, okay, so first we have to execute this workflow. The workflow is now executing. So this is a testing as of now. This is in the test. We have not productionized it. That also I'll tell you. We have to make it active to make it production. This is in the testing environment. So that's why we have to trigger it manually. We have to run it manually. That other option I will show you. So once you send the details, yeah. So this is captured. You can see entire workflow is running. Yeah, this entire workflow is running. So what it has done, earlier it was blank here, right? So now whatever the detail I have said, need an automated invoice processing system. So this has received the input from here, right? And this received input is using the post. This is how we have received the output. So webhook, what the webhook has done, webhook has received this uh, details from the form, and this form captured details are captured using this webhook. Now we have these captured details. So what we are going to do, two things we are going to do. Either you can put this Google Sheet in the middle, or what we are going to do here, just to save it for the later reference, we are just dumping that into a Google Sheet as well for the later reference. So this was the webhook responses. In webhook, this is the body. If you will scroll down, whatever the form submission you have done, from there the details are captured. So this will look like this initially. You just expand it, open the body. In the body, you will see the captured details, name, whatever the details will fill from there. So these all details are captured, right? So what this node is doing, this is the node that we have added here, Google Sheet. So what this node has done, this node is capturing these details and saving it into a Google Sheet. So to save it into a Google Sheet, what I have done is I have created a Google Sheet. I will show you. I have created a Google Sheet here. Yeah, this is updated recently. Yeah. So this is my last email, right? Need an automated invoice processing system. So I have created a Google Sheet here. In Google Sheet, the titles are same as we are having the form, right? So whatever the form we have, similarly, we have the titles here. Why? So as soon as you will capture these details, what details it's capturing? First name, last name, email address, and prompt. So those details, first name, last name, email address, and prompt. So what's happening here is it's capturing the details, and these details, we have a node here called Google Sheet. This Google Sheet is, so just integration we have to do. As I said, credential integration and all. So you have to create a new, once you will click on the create new credential, it will take you to the Google login page. And then you have to do the Google login and it will be integrated automatically. So I have already integrated my Google account. So once you integrate this Google account, then there will be an option called resource. So the option here, document or sheet within the document. You want the entire document. So this entire is a document and this is one particular sheet. So you want the entire document or a sheet within the document. So we want to look at the sheet within the document. And there are options. Whenever you will add any Google sheet here, it will ask you for the different option. Google Sheet. Once you click on the Google Sheet, there are different actions you have to choose. So what action you want the Google Sheet, you want to be performed by this particular node. So this node will, what the node will do, append, update, clear, delete, read from row. So there are different options. So whatever the option you will choose from here, so that option you see here as of now. Yeah. So this is what the later also you can change this operation. So I want the append row because I want to add the capture details. I want to add to the sheet. So append row I have added here, right? And then which document? So from document, which document? So name of the, because the account is already connected here. So in that account, how many different documents I have? These 2-3 documents that I have, right? So 3 sheets I have. It's showing all the 3 sheets. Three workbooks. 3 workbooks it's showing. Then once I have selected this captured lead workbook, it's asking for the sheet. If you have multiple sheets here, so you have to select the sheet. So which sheet? So this is the sheet is selected. Then once you will select, then which record that we have captured from the form, these captured details are going to be saved into which column of the sheet. So you have to map it manually. This is how it's mapped. Just showing you. First name. So in the first name column of the sheet, first name of the column of the sheet, what has to go into the first name column? So you have to drag this one, first name, you have to put it here, right? This is how the first name will go. Similarly, you have to drag all, drop it here. This means whenever the webhook is capturing these details, you are mapping the webhook capture details to the Google Sheet forms, columns. And once you execute, it will write all these capture details into the column, like how it has just written recently, that what I have just shared, right? So this is one step performed. After that, what it's doing is we have added one agent. So just for your information, you can add one agent here. So you can just write AI agent. And once you click on the AI agent, so any agent that we know, that agent is nothing. Agent is just a wrapper. So what the agent need to have is they need to have an LLM, right? LLM. Then they need to have some set of instructions. Then they can do some tool calling. Then they can have some memory, right? So these all are wrapped together, and what is built is the agent, right? So agent is nothing but agent is the wrapper that has several these components, right? So the first and foremost component, the agent, and that's why asterisk has been given here. It's must. So you have to add the chat model here, which chat model you want to use. As soon as you will click on plus, these options will appear. So in N10, there are variety of options are there. You use Anthropic chat model. So most of these are paid. So you have to take the paid APIs of that. I already have this OpenAI. So I have, so let's say I'm selecting the OpenAI. As soon as I select OpenAI, so these options will come for me. So first thing it will ask for OpenAI credit, API. So this was, as soon as you will create your account, you will get free OpenAI API credit. My credits are over, that's why I'm not selecting. So OpenAI account API. So this is that what I just showed in the beginning, that these are the different credentials. This is how we can add the credentials. So you have to add the credential. So once we have the credentials added, you can select it from here, right? And then if this is the OpenAI chat model, then which model exactly, which LLM you want to use. So there are a variety of LLMs here, all provided by OpenAI. What you want to use for Turbo, whichever you want to use, select it. And there are some options here. If you want to limit the token and anything, frequency per maximum number of tokens. If you want to limit something, let's say in one response you cannot generate more than 100, so you can put it here. So there are different kind of options. or temperature would also be there, sampling temperature, top P, top K, like in LLM, if you are coming from LLM background, that little understanding, so you would understand it. So all the parameters you can specify here. Once we have added, as you can see, we have added the OpenAI chat model. Then again, we can come back to the agent, double click on that, this option will open. Now here, this has to be customized. So how it will be customized? Again, I'm coming to that older one that has already been configured. Yeah. So like that webhook, it's coming connected with the webhook, right? This is connecting with the webhook. Webhook is passing. The output of the webhook is going as an input to the agent, right? So this is the output of the, so in the left side, you can see webhook. The output of webhook is coming as the input here. This is the input. So what input is available to it? These are the inputs available to it. Now, here, like here you were saying that these were the options appearing. So the prompt you have to specify. So as I said, the agent has to have the LLM in the like LLM as a brain, right? Engine. Then it has to have some instructions. So instructions are prompt actually, right? So you have to select either connected chat trigger, either directly there is some trigger node here, or you have to define it manually. So you define it manually. So what you want your agent to work on, you have to write this prompt here. So you have to write the prompt. So this is how I did this define below, and I have written a prompt. So user message. So prompt user message. So it has to work. This LLM, this agent has to work on the user message, right? So what the user message is, that requirement that we have received, right? Need an automated process invoice processing system. So there are two things here. One is feed, one is expression. Feed means a plain text. You write as a plain text, or as an expression, you write as a function, right? This is a function sign coming here. So again, whatever you want, whatever you want your agent to work on, you pass, yeah, a prompt, you drag from here, drop it here. So it has to work on this user message, right? And then there are options. So then there are options here. There are different options coming. So you have to select the system message, like a backend instruction, user instruction and a backend instruction, system message. So in prompt engineering, you might have heard about system message, user message. So this is system message, a backend configuration, what exactly you are supposed to work on. So there exactly you will pass your here or expression you want, any functions or any instruction you want to give. So we have given one instruction here, and for your reference, I have already written these prompts here if later you want to try. So agent one prompt. So this is the agent one prompt that we are going to pass here. What is written? You are an expert automation consultant. Analyze the business process described in that prompt that we have received, right? And provide a brief actionable implementation guide. Focus on key steps. So what you want your agent to work on, you have to specify it here. So this is specified. Now, because this workflow was just now it was executed, right? As we submitted the form from here. So this is how it has done. It has received this message, and for that, what it has created brief actionable implementation guide. So it has created an implementation guide here in little poor structure. So identify. So what is the task? They want to automate their invoice processing or something. So for this steps it has given. First, what you have to do. Second, what you have to do. Third, what you have to do. So it has generated the set of instructions for their need, right? What you have to do. So this is the task of the first node. Then the second agent that we have used is if you want to write a email, proper email, if you want to convert it into the proper HTML format or something, so how someone shared that lead. So for that, again, a different agent has been configured here. Same OpenAI chat model has been added. And this agent again, so this was the previous agent that has generated this steps of the implementation, right? So this is going to work as the input for this. And then again, we have to write the prompts. So for agent to system prompt. This is why write a clear, professional, well-structured email. And if you want to give some more instructions on formatting, that header, H1, H2, H3 different tags, bullets, comma, whatever, you can give it here. So just to make it simple, I have just written it here. So system message there we have given, and then once you execute, because just now we have executed, so this is how it has written an email. So whatever the name was captured, right? So it's going to write an email for, so whatever the previous nodes are there, these all nodes are appearing here in the input. So previous node is AI agent, previous to previous is webhook. So from here we can drag this one, and here I have written replace recipient name with webhook item first name, right? So this is how, this is why it has written dear webhook. So it has created an email. Now once the email is created, then we need to have one email client node here that will send the email. Then you have to add the email client node. So for example, here you want to add, so you just click on this plus write Gmail, and once you click, there will be different actions. So what you want exactly? So you want to send a message. Send a message option you will select, so it will open. Again, you can change from here also, but send a message I've selected. And whatever the integration we have done already for the account, so this you can select, right? And then what exactly it has to work on. So let's see how we have customized it already. So that account we have already integrated. What it will be doing is the resource is message, it will write the message. Then operation, it will send the message. And to who the message will be sent. So message will be sent to this webhook, right? Webhook will expand from here, from body, you will take the first name, and this is the first name that you can see here. Let's just drag and drop it here. And right, so it's showing the preview as well, that who is selected, because this is the email already captured. So you select that. Then subject line, you can customize the subject line also, or whatever you want. You can drag something from your prompt also, or whatever you want. So you can write the subject line of that email as well. What will be the type of the email? So HTML will take little effort. You have to do some customization and tweakings a lot. So as of now, just for the experimentation, I have put it text. Text or HTML. Either you generate, the most of the web campaign, email campaign that you see, those are into the HTML format, right? So, but a lot of customization would be needed for that. So as of now, plain text we are generating. So this email, it's going to send into the text format. And what will be the message? So message is the output of the second agent, right? This is the output of the second agent. Yeah, this is the second agent, yes. Agent 1 is the second agent, right? This is agent 1, AI agent 1. So output of the second, just drag it and drop it here in the message section, message. Got it? Then once you will execute, it will send you the message. Let's see. Has it sent the message? Yes. So I have integrated this. So this is one of the other account that we have. Yeah. So just now it has sent, right? 10:49 around that we executed that workflow, right? So this is how it has sent to the email that we had entered. What email we had entered? We had entered this address, right? This address we had entered. So it has sent the email to them, dear Vaibhav. This is the email, right? You can structure that well with more customizations into the system prompt. And how it is received? This is how it is received, right? This is how it's received. Yeah. So this is how we can do this lead capturing, automate this lead capturing. Yeah. So yeah. So this is the backend. This is only and only the backend. Now, once you have this backend ready, then you have to change the. So once you have the backend ready, you have to test it. You can test the backend into using the you can test the backend using this test URL, right? So there were test in production. Test is it's not active, it's not productionized. So this is the test URL that you are getting. You just click on production URL, you click on that, and once you take that, you just click on this active. Got it, active. And you have to take this this production URL, copy this, and ask is to change this to the production URL, update the webhook. Earlier we had given that this is the webhook. Now we have to change the webhook. So it will change the webhook. Once the webhook is changed, so all the time you need not to execute the workflow manually in the backend because it's active, it's in the production environment, it's running automatically. So you need not to execute the backend because it's not the testing, it's in the production now. So whenever it's live now, right? So this is a kind of live application. So once you have the application ready, you can just click on publish. Once you will publish, you will get a URL here, or automatically it will open into a browser. Once you will click on the publish, it will open into a browser. Pop-up is blocked. So you copy once it's published, you copy the URL from here. You just open this URL. Yeah. So this is how your application is live. If you want to add more pages, more information, you can just write the prompts from here and it will do all the customizations on the pages and everywhere. Now, one more feature is there that you can look at. So this is the console, this is the backend. So yeah, so you go to the dashboard, and there in the dashboard, you can see the users, how many users are there. If the same URL, if I enter into another browser, right? So because I have already integrated payment and everything, you open, it will ask you for the payment, that give the payment. So what we have done, so this is user management, because there manually we have changed the subscription status of that user. That's why it's not asking for the payment. So whenever you are trying to log in, it's checking for the payment. If it's not there, it will ask you for the payment because that was a different browser. So there is no any login here. And in this one, we already have had the login. This is not changing. Some customization has to be needed. So that's why it's not asking for the payment and all. The webhook was executed successfully. So what I have done here next is, once you have everything done, then yeah. So there is one more option that for your testing purpose, you just enable and disable this login to access, right? So just disable this login as of now, and then say that, then write a prompt. This prompt also I have written here for your reference, that if somebody is opening this application, so once somebody opens, do not ask for login and anything. As soon as somebody enters the detail and click on the button, then pop up the login option, right? Pop up the login form. So for that, I've written on prompt here, add a sign up and login button. So these all prompts I'm going to share for your experiment. So add a sign up and login button on top. Do not ask for login on landing. Whenever user clicks on this button, pop up the login form. So whenever the user will click, so this was the app. If the user is once the user will click, then it will redirect you to the login page. Till that time, it's not asking, right? So this is what I have done in the next step. And after that, what I have done is that some customizations that I said that sometime it will not work. You'll have to test. You'll have to ask that what particular thing is not working. You will have to write the prompt for that. It will do the customization and it will update the application. Then whatever error, anything, so it will just handle that. It will complete that. After all the applications, everything is done. Now the next thing is that what we have to do, integrate the Razorpay payment gateway. That after the login, if somebody has already logged in and then tries to submit, right? So if somebody has already logged in and then trying to click on the form, then it has to pop up this payment thing, right? That make the payment. So for that, this is again a prompt I have written. After login is done, then pop up when this button is clicked, and what is the payment and everything that you can mention here. For this also, for your reference, I have written these prompts. Okay, I have not written, so I'll write it. I'll write and share in the next email. Yeah. So this is how you can see here. This is how this pop-up is appearing. So if you write all the instructions at a time, it will not work. This is the problem with the agentic system. As I said, why we use multi-agent system is to manage the complexities, do not increase the depth of processing and all. So if you will write everything that add login here, add login there, add the payment, add the validation, something will work, something will not work. So do it step by step. First ask for adding this window, then ask for adding this particular option, feature, or anything, session management, anything you want, ask in step by step. So once this pop-up is done, then we have to ask that I add the razor pay. So here you have to write in the prompt itself, make payment, integrate the razor pay payment gateway, and I'll provide the credential. So for integration, so there are functions you can also do manually. So in this dashboard, if you will click, here are the secrets. You click on the secrets and you can add the secrets here manually as per your choice. But if you will ask the agent to do, agent will also do the same thing. Like here, once you given the command, it asked me to set the credentials. Once you will pass the credential in Razorpay, any of the payment gateway, Razorpay, Zoho, Stripe. So there are payment secrets, API keys, and all. So that you have to pass. So I have passed the payment secrets here. Then some errors were there that I have just did the fine tuning and all. One more thing, it has to create you just make sure that it is creating. So here you can see all the codes created, right? Code, you will click on the code, you will see all the pages, the pages have been created, right? All the pages, landing page, what is the code of the landing page, confirmation, payment success, everything. It has to create the functions. So whenever we are making the payment integration, it has to create these functions for sure. So function, because this payment credential, everything cannot be passed directly from the front end. So there will be a function and there will be a payment secret in the backend. From there, the function will keep calling. So this function it must create. So you have to make sure that these functions are created. This is to create the Razorpay order, verify the Razorpay payments. One payment is done, then you have to verify, and then it has to acknowledge that. So for this, it will automatically create the pages and everything. You keep passing whatever the details are needed. And right, so this is the prompt for that. I'll share this prompt. So once this pop-up is appearing, you click on this pop-up and it will take you to the Razorpay payment gateway, as you can see here. Right. So based on that, you already know that how to do that. So what all we have done here is we have created a complete workflow, and this is just an example, very basic example, that how to build such kind of landing page. From there we capture some details. So front end is needed, right? So capture the detail. Once the details are captured using the webhook, we are going to capture this. Then one agent is there. That agent is whatever the details are there, the user requirements, based on that it's generating the implementation steps. The second agent is writing the email. The third node we have added is sending the emails to the whoever the lead person is. And in between, we can just add either whatever you want. You can add a Google Sheet or whatsoever. If you need, you can add, instead of Google Sheet, you can add, any CRM or anything, right? So Zoho is there. You want to pass it to Zoho, you want to pass it to HubSpot, wherever, right? So all the CRMs are there. You just have to, HubSpot is there, Salesforce is there. All CRMs are there. You can, instead of using the Google Sheet, you can use any of the CRMs of your choice. So this is how, what we have done here. We have created a workflow, and this workflow is working as a backend. And this backend integrating to, sorry, this backend we are Yeah, I hope I'm audible now. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, there was an interruption. Sorry. Yeah, so I was telling that there are thousands of applications. You just search LinkedIn lead and you will see variety of 23 LinkedIn lead kind of things here. I'll come back again. If whatever you will think that this can be automated, so you just have to write your WordPress blog, right? So this can also be automated. 45 workflows are there, right? Generate and publish SEO optimize WordPress blogs, post with AI. Everything is there. So LinkedIn is more industry relevant thing that I would like to show you. LinkedIn lead, and how we can do that is you just open up any of the workflows of your interest. That any of the workflows of your interest. Let's say this Mr. Andre, what Mr. Andre is telling that he has built an automated LinkedIn lead generation. If you'll scroll down, you will see all the features and everything, what it's going to do. AI-driven lead generation, comprehensive data enrichment. So what it's going to do, lead scoring, automated outreach, everything it's going to do. And what all you would need is, this is all that N10 that we were using, OpenAI credits you need, Google Sheet you need, any site. Any site is, any site means name itself is any site, is any site to API. Any site to API. So LinkedIn is there, so it will convert LinkedIn as an API. Okay, Instagram and an API, right? So, okay, so they have given some codes, API or reference codes here. So if you want to scrap from LinkedIn, how you can do Twitter or Instagram. So this all, and this is free. This is not paid, I guess. Yes. This also has a free version. Yes. They have a free version as well. 100 credits per month kind of thing, no credit card requirement. Great. So that's all you need. And what all you have to do is, this is the workflow that you have. You have to just use this workflow for free. And you can just take a look at what different elements are there, right? So there are hundreds of such kind of workflows already there, right? So you can use either of the workflows of your choice. So let's say this anything, right? So you just scroll it down, you just look at the requirement, and whatever the workflow, you just click on use for free, right? uh, Either you take it as a JSON and load it there, or you click open self-hosting installation docs. Then how you can do that? Yeah, so these are the options. So you can directly load it to your workspace, right? So these are the different templates already given there. So this is how we can use it for free, right? So this is there are a few instructions. So these are the templates, that what are the templates we want to use. We can use these kind of templates in our you can just take this into our canvas. You can do the customization and uh, you know build any kind of workflows with that. The second stuff that I wanted to show, very less time that we have left with, the Langflow, the OpenAI agent builder. So before Langflow, OpenAI agent builder is very quick to understand. So here you just go to platform.openai, right? You just click on platform.openai.com, and yeah, and there you will see build agent builder. So there is agent builder, open agent builder, and same kind of canvas you will see here, create. So again, this is more simple, plain and simple. You just open the to add some variables, what you have to do. So your agent, what instruction you want to pass to your agent, okay, which model you want to use, GPT. So it's loading. Yeah, so different models, which model you, so things are very much similar. If you want to add file search, so you can add file search here, just connect these two, right? MCP, any MCP server you want to add, so whatever you want. They have some limited MCPs available as of now, Gmail and a few. Yeah, so you can see the list of MCPs available, other developers, so a few, not much. So MCPs also, so this is like a few days back only it was launched. So maybe more improvements we'll see in the coming days. So this is also a canvas based drag and drop workflow builder. Now I will take you to the lang flow. So lang flow is also like that. How we were seeing that that Anatane, there we were getting the option to host into our host into their cloud environment, and for 14 days it's free. After that you have to pay, right? So like how we are seeing here, yeah. So I'll just shut it down. Yeah. Similarly, this is Langflow. Langflow also has a browser-based option, but that is made available by IBM data stacks. And other thing is you have to download the software. There is a software of Langflow. So you have to download. So again, a business email is needed here, not the personal email, it will work. So you have to download the Langflow. Once you download, some installation would be required. So once you have downloaded it, it will open up. The same kind of canvas and everything you will see here as well. So this is the desktop based. Second one is data stacks, right? So that is Astra.data stack. So there are a few workflows I have built up. So this is browser based. And if you want the live workflow built by Langflow, yeah. So this is the desktop application. Again, we'll come back to the browser one. So this is the desktop application. Here you can either create a new workflow, and there are templates they have given, basic prompting whatsoever, and different kind of templates they have already given here. You select either of the templates, you do some customizations and run it. For example, I was experimenting yesterday, price deal finder. So this is a price deal finder workflow. What it is going to do, you can just there's a okay. There's a price deal finder. Some issue is there. Yeah. Yeah. So what it's going to do is you need to have agent QL API queue, API key, OpenAI, and Tably. Tably is called as an OpenAI search engine. Sorry, LLM search engine. So LLMs like Google that we manually search there. So this is the most favorable search engines for LLMs these days. Tably. Agent QL is like for the data scraping mostly. Like it will scrape the data from the different web pages that we have. So you just have these all are free. So there are links here. You can also download this software. Go into go for creating a workflow. Open the templates. You just click on these links. It will take you to that platform where you can get the API key, and from there you can obtain the API key. You can obtain the API key, and wherever it is needed, you can just enter those API keys. That's it. Nothing has to be done. So once you have entered all the API keys, yeah. So once you have entered all the API keys, all the configurations are done. Just click on playground. So once you will click on the playground, whatever the query you will post. Yesterday I did some experiment. For example, whatever you want to check for, let's say MacBook Pro 16 GB in India. Yeah. So it will start looking for it. So your prompt has gone, and now it will find over the internet. It will search for the details. So this is how it does. As you can see, once this was an API testing actually. Yeah. So iPhone 17 I was looking for. So what it has done, if you'll just open it up, I was telling the autonomous system, like how the automation is done here. It will automatically do all the tasks. It will look over the internet. For that, all the queries, everything, data it will collect, all the analysis and everything it will do, and it will present the results for you. So this is how it has presented the results for me. Yeah. So as of now, I have posted this MacBook Pro 16 GB. It's running. It will take a little time. A lot of data it has to look for, and it has to generate. So this is how it has generated the details for me. This is a price deal finder. Like at different places, what are the different prices for the Yeah, so what at different places, what are the different prices for the, yeah, yesterday I did this one, yes. iPhone 17 Pro Max in India. So this is how it has searched, and it has given all the details, product, additional information, and all the details it will give you, right? Uh, where you can purchase India store, and some details it will give it for you. So this is how the, yeah, so just now we searched MacBook Pro 16 GB in India. It has finished. What all it has done, 10 seconds, the task has been performed for 10 seconds. And this you can see all the instruction, executed tably search component, then how it has collected the details and analyzed and presented it for you. In Apple Store, how much the cost is, Flipkart, Apple Education Store. These all details are given here for you. So this is a deal finder. There are several other things, but the problem is, oh sorry, this was a browser one. Okay, so in browser one it's good. In this one, what will happen in local, the desktop software that we have installed there? Yeah, here also you can do. So here it will all the time, it will be in the local host. So you can see here the URL with the local host. You have to deploy it to a server of yours. You have to have your own server, you deploy it there. So, or you integrate it, embed it somewhere, but manually you'll have to run it here in the backend. The other option is the IBM data stacks that I was talking about, data stacks. So they also provide the workflow. You can just check for IBM data stacks and Langflow. So it will take you directly to that, data stacks Langflow, and there some login and sign up would be needed, and then you can start create your data stack Langflow account. From here, some sign up would be needed, some privacy acknowledgement and all, and then you will see this kind of, you will see this kind of platform again, like how we are seeing there in the desktop software. Here also you can create on the new flow, and same thing will happen. The benefit is that there it was on the local server. Here you will get it hosted on the data stacks. As you can see, the URL now is langflow-astra-datastacks.com. So it will be live, and you can use it into the production. But the thing is, this will be a little slow. This will not be faster on. So better you should have it on your clouds. So if you have any N10 application, how you can do that? So you just go into the docs. Yeah, so N10. So you just go into the tutorial. Different tutorials are there. They are just hosting the N10, and hosting, either you just create a Docker image and you deploy that into your cloud server. All the instructions and commands are given. If you want to run it into the AWS, so this is how into AWS, these all commands and instructions are given. You just follow the tutorials and you can deploy that into your one, right? The other option is you create it, deploy that Langflow workflow completely, deploy it in a cloud server, get that webhook and everything, and integrate that with your whatever the any front end, any SaaS application that you have built up. Yeah, I have taken more time. Any questions, please? I will share the recording and this all. I will share the recording and this prompt sheet that I have created. These all prompts I'll share for your reference. And my email ID would be there. If any queries, anything, if you have, please feel free to reach out. So there is a question, when we publish in production, is there any limitation? Yes, in the pricing, if you will see that there are different kind of versions, and again pricing, if you look at, so how many runs you can have, right? So in the free trial, like we have thousand of requests, thousand of executions can be done, right? Similarly, in the pricing, you have to check the option that how many executions can be done. So there you can see here that that I was using a free trial, right? In thousand of instructions were there. So here they have given everything. One project, 5 concurrent execution, means 5 workflows you can have at a time. Unlimited user, 5 AI builder credit, forum support, everything. like how many, yeah, workflow execution, 2,500, 2,500 workflow execution. So these many times workflows can run. So different pricing options are there, tiers are there. In that, you can choose how many executions you think will be there. Any more question? Yeah, so my email ID would be there. If you have any question, please feel free to reach out. I will be happy to answer. Thank you so much for your time. Thanks a lot. Thank you.